Dun dun dun! It's a mess. I mean, that was a given. It's my video. You guys knew it was going to be a mess. But yeah, here's the lineup for the project. Yes, I did it on my glass table, and yes, my glass table severely needs a good cleaning, but it's also a pain to wash. I mean, I like the table. It's a nice table. I found it on accident. I wasn't actually looking for a new table, but it happened to be $40 at a rummage sale, and that was a pretty darn good deal. Because it's one of those fancy ones where you can, like, lay it flat or lift it up. So, I don't know, it's been nice. It's been worth the $40. Alright, yep, we're watercoloring today. And I went into this thinking, oh, watercolor, this won't be too bad. I have done some watercolor before. It wasn't that horrible. And kind of probably after I got done with the skin tone, it just went downhill from here. So you'll see what I mean by that. I definitely found that the skin tone was easiest to lay the base color down. Well, that and the hair. But they were also the lightest colors that I put down. I don't know what it is, but I have a very hard time with super light and super dark. Like, if something's supposed to be black, I don't normally use just a pure black. I normally use something like a couple shades lighter so that I can still add some shadow to it. I should probably figure out how to shade, like, whites and blacks better. But, yeah. This is me trying to just kind of tone down a black a little bit. Mostly by just dispersing the color, but I also used way too small of a brush for some of these bigger areas because I did not feel good about having control for the smaller areas. And I still kind of made a mess with the lines here and there on some of these spots, but yeah, you're kind of see what I mean about downhill, especially by the time I get to the little gloves and the shirt, and yeah. Yeah, I don't think that yellow shows up too well on camera, and his hair would normally be like a little bit darker than this. But I'm also finding that pure, vibrant, bright colors I'm not naturally drawn to when I color things. It's like when I do projects with felt, like, it's almost always too dark or too bright for what I imagine, and then I drive myself a little nuts. A lot nuts. Yeah, the shading of those gloves. Yeah, did not go well. But we're still in the base color mode. And I'm dreading the shirt at this point, because for some reason I was still thinking it would go well. I mean, you can see how messy the hat is alone. Like, there's nothing smooth and even about that. Yeah, the first couple lines, oh, not too bad. And then almost immediately, oh my god, what am I doing? Kind of panic. Wasn't really a panic, I guess. Just more like a, this thing is gonna dry really quick. I only have so much time to try and smooth this color and spread it around. And yeah, like I said, definitely probably would have helped if I used a larger brush on the shirt at least. Because I'm just fumbling around at this point. Like, there's not enough pigment on the brush to try and evenly spread it in a timely fashion. So yeah, it looks pretty bad right now. It looks very bad right now. And now we start the shading. I use like a goldeny brown for the skin. And I've always had this habit of trying to go too dark with the shadows in the skin. Because, I don't know, apparently the value was never dark enough or never distinct enough, or I don't know. I always thought I was going too light in the shadows. But I am learning that skin does not normally get super dark without dramatic lighting. So I'm trying to tone down my shading on the skin a little bit. I mean, I will always use red in the skin. That is a given. It just makes things look more lively, and it helps bring the skin to life. I definitely feel like I can color skin a little easier than I can color clothes at this point. Well, I felt that way for a while, but yeah. Yeah, there's me trying to hopelessly put some shadows in the shirt and smooth that out, and I mean, I guess the end result could be worse overall, though it also wasn't exactly what I was intending on. I don't know, maybe I can go back and fix some of that later. Just add some little occlusion shadows, or take a pencil and just kind of make some of the lines a little more distinct, especially around the jaw where I realized that my lines I kind of colored out the lines a little bit. I'm 3 years old. What did we expect? Gosh. Yeah, and then me just, still trying to hopelessly fix that shirt. It didn't get much better. Yeah, not much better. And then trying to make the eyes pop a little bit more. I do want to get better at eyes, so at some point in the future, I want to do some studies focusing on, like, shoulder up and eyes. Because eyes can be super pretty. Like, so many artists can do them, and they make them look so good, and I am not one of them. Maybe someday. Today is not that day. I mean, as much as I am complaining about how this turned out, like, the arm's a little too thick. That probably could be a little thinner. Oh, and at this point, I decided to show that I hurt myself. I mean, it's not that bad. You can tell it's puffy. And it's on my left hand, so it's my non-art hand. But I went to lift this ottoman into my dad's truck so he could drop it off. And the first part went all right. The second part, when I slid it in, I hit the cinder blocks in the back and I jammed it real good. It's fine. Minimal pain unless I move it wrong or there's pressure, but anyway, this is a finished product. I will leave my Discord down below as well. I'll post an update there if I do update that picture. And my cat wanted to say hi at this point, so say hi to Punk. Hi, Punk! And hopefully I will see you guys all next week. Bye-bye!